Welcome into the PHNX Bets Daily Podcast presented by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Show us some class. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Please leave us a 5-star review if you'd be so inclined. I'm Johnny Venerable, joined by my guy Shawn. And Shawn, I didn't get invited to the Waste Management Open. You look like maybe you're not there either. What the hell's going on?
I was not invited, and I have never even been to the Waste Management Open, so I would have appreciated an invite, but
these rat bastards that we work with, we are literally carrying the enterprise, the PHNX enterprise, carrying the flag for this channel, and yet they're out there. I saw video on our PHNX Instagram. Fitz is out there. They're slumming along Larry Fitzgerald, and here we are. Just on the 9 to 5 PHNX grind. I despise it right now. I honestly do.
As do I. It would have been nice to be sipping on something made for adults in the nice weather, but here we are making people money because we are good people. We're men of the people.
We are givers, not takers, like Shane in the comments, who is currently enjoying probably maybe a Mai Tai in 80 degrees, beautiful Phoenix. Watching celebrity. He's a celebrity hunter. He goes out and tries to mooch off celebrities. Says, sorry, I'm cute enough to be out here. That is incorrect, especially with his impending blonde hair that I cannot wait to see. But Shawn, to your point, we're going to drudge on because we are on an absolute heater in terms of our start to the week, especially as it relates to the NBA. Shawn, if you would be so kind, could I see my picks from yesterday?
Of course.
Oh my goodness. How about that Suns win? First of all, that tip-off time, the game started at 4:00. It felt like it was over. And I'm like, oh shit, the Suns beat the holy hell out of Philadelphia, who are clear pretenders, in my opinion, clear frauds, are not in the Suns class. We knew it would happen. After the Suns basically took the fourth quarter off 2 nights ago, they came back with a vengeance and basically they blew out the 76ers. +1, as my guy Espo mentioned yesterday, anytime you can get the Suns plus anything, take it to the bank, run with it, and you'll be happy that you did. I also like the Celtics right now. Listen, it's a team that do they have the most talent in the East? Of course not. But they're beating the teams they're supposed to. They're laying waste to a lot of frauds, as I call them. Yep. And the biggest fraud in the NBA right now are the Brooklyn Nets, who don't know what to do with James Harden. Kyrie Irving did not play because it's a home game. They got spanked by almost 30 points, a complete embarrassment. You love to see it. And then that Pelicans line should have said -9. It's the only reason I didn't post this on Twitter. But that hit, that was huge. You knew they were going to stomp the Rockets. The Rockets, not a good team. They won by, I think, 13. So, yeah, it was a 3-for-3 day. It's boring, Shawn, but as I say, it's part of my life here to make folks money.
Yeah, like I said, you're a man of the people.
I am.
I heard that Knicks Celtic or the Nets Celtics game was on TNT, and they had to cut away from it because of technical difficulties and put on the Suns game because it was so bad.
Technical difficulties meaning everybody's eyes were burning because it's such god awful basketball being played by Brooklyn. You love to see it because I feel like, not to get off on a tangent here, the Suns were built the right way, right? They were built through the draft. Yes, they got Chris Paul, but they courted him as a free agent. That wasn't a trade historically. They said, hey, come look at our young talent. You're going to be the glue, the veteran glue, and then we're going to prosper because of it. The Nets were, hopefully they represent like the last of the dying super team breeds that, LeBron coined once upon a time, because you see now the Lakers are just a huge hot mess disaster, which is great. Yeah. The Nets, it feels like, Shawn, in the next 24 hours could be dealing away James Harden. And if that happens, I don't care what Ben Simmons looks like. Kyrie playing half the games. Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant are not winning the East. They're just not.
No, I agree. And even if they do, I don't think it matters. Like, I think it's pretty clear at this point that the champion is coming out of the West. So unless it's the Bucks, I suppose. But I don't think it matters who's on this Nets team. I think the Suns are all around a better team than they are.
I would like to think the Suns are battle tested after last year playing the Bucks, and if they were to meet again, it would be a different story. But I mean, the Bucks look incredible, just destroying the Lakers the other night. You absolutely love to see it. What you also love to see is the moment we've been waiting for since September. It's finally here. In honor of the big game, the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. My 2-year-old's really excited about it, if you can tell. Bet just $5 or more on any team to get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Not a new customer, bet on Super Bowl 56 props, which we will be talking about in great detail whenever Shane decides to get his ass back here and do his job. The DraftKings Sportsbook app offers a wide variety of props throughout the game. You can bet on like a non-quarterback throw, a fourth down conversion or two, total yardage, that much more. It's a call to action now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use that promo code PHNX and get 56-1 odds on either team. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problems, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. So I asked Shawn to be on the show today because I was afraid that Shane was going to derail the heater. So Shawn, my friend, keep us going. What do you like tonight?
All right. So first is T-Wolves -9. They're playing the Kings again after they played them last night and beat them by 20 points. Still don't think there's any confirmation if any of these new players, any of the players from this trade are actually going to play in this game. So if they don't, it's going to look a lot like last night. The Wolves, because they beat them so bad, had nobody play over 30 minutes last night. So they're much fresher than the Kings will be on this back-to-back. I think that the Timberwolves just kind of handle them, to be honest. It's -9, but I think it's going to be another double-digit blowout, to be honest. And honestly, even if the new players do play, I think it's going to take them time to gel, and they'll still be able to play. Or they'll still be able. The Wolves will still be able to cover. Warriors +2. I feel like that is easy. I don't believe Gobert is playing, and the Jazz are just kind of a bad team without Rudy Gobert. So there's that. And then I wanted to sprinkle in a little hockey because I am a hockey guy quite a little bit. I'm taking a play out of the Shane Diefenbach playbook, taking the Kraken on the three-way as opposed to the money line or the puck line. The Kraken aren't necessarily a great team, but the Coyotes are just a really, really bad team. They played a Canucks team last night that is also not great, and they just didn't show up at all. And because one of the Coyotes goaltenders, Scott Wedgwood, is injured, Karel Vejmelka is playing a back-to-back, so he's going to be a little exhausted. And that being said, since the Kraken aren't great, I'm not taking them to pick the money line or take the puck line. But this three-way allows you to, as long as you think they're going to win in regulation, which I do, allows you to get slightly better odds than the money line. So I like the Kraken in that three-way.
Kraken three-way, and I know nothing about hockey, sounds very dirty to me. So I'm pro that because I feel like it's very on brand for this show. I like your picks. I also like mine. I'm going to stick with the NBA until it stops working for me. And I'm gonna ride some teams that I feel like we've been making money on consistently. Shane, God bless him, he tuned me into how well the Raptors are playing right now. They're one of the most feisty teams in all of the NBA. I think winners of, if I have this right, 4 in a row, dating back to culminating Monday night against a nice road win against the Hornets. Today, they are +10 against a team in Oklahoma City that I think is just dying to trade off more pieces. 17-36 on the year. To me, yes, it's in Oklahoma City. I like the Raptors in a blowout fashion. I think they're a sneaky, not contender in the East, but you're going to look up. Maybe they're the New York Knicks of last year, where they play hard. The top end talent is not there. Clearly, whatever happened to the Knicks, they're in a huge debacle. I think the Raptors could leapfrog them clearly this year and become that kind of Cinderella team that surprises some folks and gets to the second round. Yep. The Warriors are +2 at Utah. The Warriors are not losing this game. It's my lock of the night. The Jazz they're a great team, right? But they have a ceiling. Whereas the Warriors, again, trying to keep pace for that best record in the Western Conference with the Suns. Warriors have not been playing good basketball lately, and Steph Curry is in a shooting funk. I think he breaks that tonight. And then lastly, I'm just going to phase the Lakers until it stops working. The Lakers off that blowout loss to Milwaukee, embarrassed. They are a 9.5-point favorite. They shouldn't be a 9.5-point favorite against anybody, even the Trailblazers that just traded away CJ McCollum. Trailblazers are showcasing players right now because they are blowing this bitch up. It's in Portland. The people of Portland hate LeBron. They hate LA. This is a not a double-digit kind of game. I think it's if the Lakers win 4 or 5 points max. Yeah. You watch that Laker team, and there is not anything I believe they can do to salvage this season. LeBron has sold off every spare part imaginable. There is no Lonzo. There is no Kyle Kuzma that can save them now. Anthony Davis is used goods. Russell Westbrook shooting like 20%. I'm going to bet against them until it stops working for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. If I hadn't picked the hockey pick, I probably would have thrown that in there. But I wanted to spread the wealth, give the people as many picks as we can give them. This Laker team is fraudulent. It's hard to watch them play after watching a team like the Suns play that plays together so well, and then you just watch this just ugly mess that sometimes it works, but normally it doesn't with the Lakers. It's just they're an absolute train wreck. So I'm right there with you. I'm fading them until proven otherwise.
So we love talking NBA here. You know who else likes talking NBA is our guy Gerald, who covers the Phoenix Suns. He's been on the road. He was in Chicago. I think he was in Philly. My man is everywhere. He is also posterizing GoPHNX.com with up-to-date PHNX Suns exclusive information pertaining to what the Suns may do at the trading deadline. I believe just 24 hours from now. Again, Gerald Espo's got an article it's stirring up a lot of controversy talking about potentially moving DeAndre Ayton, but the coverage right now on GoPHNX is second to none. And the good news for you is you can go get a membership right now. You can pay 50 cents. You can go pay 50 cents, half a dollar. That's what my kid pays for whiter chocolate milk at his school. 50 cents. You get a whole month of good stuff. And if you don't want to stick with it, first of all, shame on you because you will, but it's only 50 cents. And then the subsequent months, $8.99, or better yet, pay $59.88 right now. Okay, Friday's payday. If you want to wait till Friday, that's fine. And then you get the entire year half off. You don't have to pay a dime until next year. Plus, you can get a PHNX t-shirt on the house via our PHNX merchandise locker, like my guy Shawn has. First of all, I love the gear. That, to me, I know issues like a hot mess disaster right now. That's my favorite t-shirt, non-Cardinals affiliated, right? I did have my Wildcats t-shirt on. I like to play both sides. Some may call me fraudulent for that. I just like our gear. You should too. Go PHNX merchandise locker, phnxlocker.com.
Yeah, you have an added benefit of not being attached to either of the schools.
I do. And they have fun t-shirts.
Yeah, they do. I cannot lie. The Back to A Arizona shirt is probably the cleanest shirt that we have, and I can't wear it. So I'm a little sad about that, but you get to, and I'll live vicariously through you.
I am selfishly holding out to order that until my pale skin becomes just a little bit darker, and then I can rock a white shirt with my nice tan. We're putting in a pool. I want to have nice tan skin to be able to rock that shirt because it's going to be the shirt of the summer, as is everything at PHNX. Shawn, my man, thank you so much for doing your job today. He's also co-producing, for those of you who don't know what that means. He makes everything look fantastic. Then he's got his picks for you, as do I. We will be back tomorrow. Debug, the show's ending. Where have you been? Come back tomorrow. PHNX Bets Daily, noon every day. We are gearing up. We don't have an official announcement yet, Shawn, but we are gearing up for our Super Bowl show extravaganza. I think Shane's going to do it unless he's too hungover from the Waste Management Open and they do not allow him back into the facility. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow.